music to students' ears more than these two words, field trip. That's what nearly all of the sophomores, juniors, and seniors at PHS did on Wednesday, November 6th, as math teachers Mr. Clark and Mr. Brown took almost the entire high school on a career day field trip to the Huntington Center, home of the Toledo Walleye hockey organization, for a lesson in careers. As soon as the school day started, everyone filled 2 buses, which is not typical for Pittsford, and made their way to Toledo, Ohio. Students dispersed onto the streets from the concentrated buses as soon as the doors opened. Everyone was excited and observed their surroundings, looking up at the skyscrapers. There was a bridge-like hallway with transparent walls that allowed those who crossed to view the streets. Once inside the room where the career information portion of the field trip took place, students from all schools sat down in their sections and politely waited for the speakers to begin. There were 6 speakers, and each had their own story about how they got to the career they are currently working. Each had a different story than the other. The speakers' own stories eased some minds in the audience. Senior Alexa Ulrich noticed that life may take you on many different paths, but it is important not to worry.
On the career day field trip, I learned that you don't always know exactly what you want to do starting out, and I had a lot of fun watching the hockey players.
The behind the scenes that go into the speakers' jobs interested some students. Senior Lindsay Clark was surprised to learn just how much each individual had to do during their job when the hockey game was going on.
At the career day, I learned there's a lot of different aspects that going on to putting on a professional sporting event, and the hockey game is lots of fun.
Junior Catherine MacArthur also noticed how many different jobs go into putting on a professional sporting event.
On the career day field trip, I learned how many businesses there actually are within just the sports franchises, and I had fun watching all the hockey.
The speakers explained where their jobs take place when a sporting event is going on. They also made sure to remind the audience that there are many opportunities out there when choosing your career path, and to stay calm when that path changes. Mr. Brown agreed with the students that the field trip was a success. He really liked that by going on this field trip, students got to have fun watching the hockey game and take away something from the speech. He hoped that this would be a great opportunity for students who are not yet sure what to do with their future to get some ideas.
Yesterday's field trip was a great incentive for students to come check out some other career possibilities that they might not have thought about before. Some of the speakers talked about sports management, some things that job-wise, career-wise, that other students we generally don't see here in Pittsford, and maybe some other career possibilities they didn't think about. And other than that, just going to the hockey game I thought was a good bonding experience for students, a good fun activity for students to maybe get out of Pittsford and see what a hockey game looks like for those that have never been to one. Yesterday's field trip was a great incentive for students to come check out some other career possibilities that they might not have thought about before. Some of the speakers talked about sports management, some things that job-wise, career-wise, that other students we generally don't see here in Pittsford, and maybe some other career possibilities they didn't think about. And other than that, just going to the hockey game I thought was a good bonding experience for students, a good fun activity for students to maybe get out of Pittsford and see what a hockey game looks like for those that have never been to one.